How's it going, guys? Welcome back to my channel. For those that are returning, for those that are new, welcome. This is Eddie Star Tarot, and today I'm doing a reading for the zodiac sign Scorpio. You guys, today is Spiritual Friday readings, so I'm going to be specifically talking about the ascension process as well as spiritual concepts, and I like to pinpoint stories that I've had while I was in my ascension process, or certain stages of it, right? Because I'm still going through the ascension process. So I'm dedicating these Fridays to help others that are it's one thing, you guys, to identify what you're going through, but it's also a whole different issue about applying the information. I always tell people I can tell you the right answers, but it's very difficult to accept those right answers when you're actually going through the experience. So I do this to help and aid other people, right? So Scorpio specifically, I'm going to be talking about communication, how we receive communication and guidance through God, the divine, and different forms of communication. I will eventually get into the reading, which is oracles. It's Gaia Oracle and White Light Oracle. It's going to be somewhere around the 15 to 20 minute mark. I don't implore you guys to move it or to fast forward the video, but if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. Scorpios, so let's talk about communication. So there's many forms of communication that we have with the divine. It could be the dream state. So maybe one of the forms that you're receiving is dreams. So to decipher your dreams. Also another way is maybe you guys are using a pendulum, right? There's many ways to use a pendulum. So, I mean, obviously you have to study. Everyone has their own form of communication, right? When you do this pendulum, and what I'm going to get into eventually is when it says yes and no, who is this yes and no coming from? That's half the battle, you guys. I feel like that's half the battle with a lot of us is the faith, having faith that this information is coming from someone or something that has got some, if they have our favor in mind, right? They want to help us through this experience that we're stuck in. Whether you want to admit it or not, you guys, probably, if you're going through this awakening process, Scorpios, you already know that you're going through a process that, like, if you broke out of the matrix, you're going through a process that this shit sucks, man. It hurts. Like, I don't want to have to do this again. You know what I mean? Because it's probably been a struggle for you. So maybe it's tarot reading. Maybe you are a tarot reader. Or maybe you guys are starting to open up spiritually because you guys are listening to certain tarot readers who are very spiritual, who are giving you concepts that maybe you didn't even know before. Right? I know for myself, you guys, when I finally got on the tarot scene, that shit opened my world up. Also, you're probably getting communication through spirit animals, spirit guides, and my favorite, and I will go into specifics about this, Scorpio, is angel numbers. Or synchronicity, right? We call it synchronicity. If you're seeing that, you guys, those are usually the initial steps for them to get our attention. Right now, I saw 333, 3 minutes and 33 seconds. So you're seeing 333 for sure. Have you taken the time out to go look at it? I'm not, you guys, I know everyone here on this channel, there's going to be people that are further in the ascension process, but maybe there's something that you missed. Maybe there's something that you need to look at. Maybe be reminded. So there is no coincidences. I don't believe in coincidences in this life anymore. I believe everything is happening for a reason, even if that reason seems insane. So, Scorpios, let's dive into it. Let's talk about faith before. If you have Scorpio in your chart, go check out the Scorpio reading because it was called Moving in Faith, right? It might have something to do with yours, but I'm getting more so just to explain it the way that I see it, and it's going to give you a different perspective. I feel like the Scorpios that I'm talking to are kind of further along in the process, but there's going to be some stuff that you like, and you're going to be able to, there's Scorpio readers on my channel, I can feel it. Maybe it's going to shift your guys' readings or something like that. But if you're new and you're going through this ascension process, communication is key, you guys. We have to learn the language because we haven't been taught it. We haven't been taught any of the things that we need to know within this universe. I know I wasn't. No one was teaching me about angel numbers. No one was teaching me about the spiritual process. No one was teaching me about healing myself. Oh man, I was flailing in the wind out there, right? So let's get into it. So when I first started listening to the language, you guys, this is the biggest part. I acknowledged that the numbers meant something, and when I finally did that gave me power, and I empowered my spiritual team. I come from the school of thought that there are guides around us. Now, if you want to think that they're aliens, if you want to think that they're your past over loved ones, if you want to believe that they're angels, I don't care. All I know is this, and I know this for fact. That is more of the supernatural, more of the spiritual, right? Let's talk about just the number. Go look up the numbers that you've been getting on a daily basis, and I promise you, it's going to give you guidance that has to deal with things that you're dealing with in your life today. Anytime someone comes up to me and they say, you're seeing 555 as well, which means change. You guys are having huge moments of change, and that's why they're getting your attention. You're not listening to certain signs or synchronicities. Omens are around you, synchronicities. So Scorpios, I feel like, there's like messages that you're missing right now. There's like a block right now that I'm getting in my mind. So like it threw me off. So you're probably seeing 626 as well. Angel number 626, or go look up angel number 626. It's going to be a message that's encoded for you. Whatever you're going through right now, you're going to be able to shift out of it, but you have to give attention to the signs and synchronicities that are around you. Those signs and synchronicities were called by you primarily. You have to remember, you're the one that created it, this environment. You're creating it. You're co-creating. Actually, you're co-creating. God being the creator, right? So I was talking about acknowledging and giving it power. If it's too much to think of it in the aspect that it's coming from a higher power, just know that it has. For me, I had to get in my mind: is it coming from a malevolent or benevolent force? Is it coming from a negative force or a positive force? And I have come to the conclusion that any angel number I've ever gotten has never had a bad vibration to it. It's always had something positive. It's trying to teach me something, and maybe it's telling me of an impending danger or doom. Sometimes it's telling me that I'm not listening to my guidance. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. Sometimes it's telling me that I need to stop doing a certain job that I'm doing, or to that there's going to be shifts that are going to be happening. It always has something, or you're about to win, or have a success or a windfall of abundance, right? Every number means something, and I'm getting that you guys are getting a lot of that, and it literally tells you steps to take within your life. It's like, to me, it's always surefire guidance, right? So let me explain the process where when people come to me and because they know me, I talk about angel numbers a lot, and I post about it and stuff like that, and they say, hey, I've been receiving these numbers. All right, have you looked them up? Yeah, I look them up sometimes, but they don't really mean anything. Okay. And so I'm saying this Scorpio, this variation of this beginning part a little different to you. So maybe I'm getting that maybe you've looked it up before and you didn't apply to your life. Sometimes we're at a certain place in our spiritual healing process, in our ascension process, where we don't understand the message. There's many times that I had to reread that message 8 or 10 times, stop it and be like, what are you trying to say, you guys? This ain't making any sense. So they'll send me new messages because I don't get it, because I'm not at that level yet. There's a level of understanding to this, you guys. The language is vast, and it's a limitless potential to it. It's how expanding you want it to be. And it is a language, so you can speak through it as well. What was I going to say? Yeah, you guys are having an issue where maybe it could be a lack of belief, or maybe you applied it and it didn't work out. So sometimes you got to ask for, look, you guys have to remember this. If you ask for spiritual guidance, that's what it is. I think that you guys are having a problem with me saying God, Scorpios. Is that what it is? Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yes, it is. You guys are having an issue with me saying God. Would it help if I said source or creator or universe I can say doorknob if I need to. You guys, it doesn't make a difference. It's all coming from the same source. If it's source that you guys resonate with, why would you be bothered with me saying God? Well, because you're a reader, you should be saying something more spiritual. No, I shouldn't. This is my walk. I can say whatever I want. If you don't resonate, you don't resonate. But I promise you, I'm very spiritual. I'm not religious. Scorpios, maybe you guys, that's a part of your life that needs to be healed. You grew up through probably religious programming. And that religious programming gave you a bad taste in your mouth. That religion isn't God. I'm going to let you know that religion isn't God. What they're saying in that Bible, it does have essence in it that is very true, and and it has a moral code to it. It's a lot of great teachings are in that Bible. But people can screw things up, can't they? We see that often. With the spiritual thing, it's new. But you have to remember, I'll go back to Egypt times, even go back before that. God is creating all this process, right? With that being said, my freaking camera's slowing down. Spirit wants me to slow down. So with that being said, you guys, the language is always changing. But let's go back to the communication. If you're having issues with God or me saying it, that's something that you need to heal. It's got nothing to do with me. Scorpios, let's talk about applying the advice that I'm giving you. If you're struggling with what I'm saying, it's okay. I struggled with it for 15 years, so I understand this struggle part of it. My mind did not want to believe that some damn numbers came from some magical place and they're meant to help me. But I released and let go of that feeling and that place of judgment, and I allowed myself to experience a new level of understanding. I gave it power, and it started to change my life. I'm sitting here as a different man today because of it. I promise you. The way that I would mentor a person is I would tell them to go look up the numbers. If they don't apply, then I say, okay, I need you to get a notebook and hold it around with you. That's what I did, you guys, for a long time. Little notebooks, little composition books. And I literally write numbers in it. Especially if I was on the go. If I was on the go, I would just write it down and then search it up later. I started recognizing patterns. They were showing a lot of the same numbers. And not until I applied the advice that was given within those numbers would the numbers change. You're consistently getting numbers. It's like when you go to a tarot reading. You go to a tarot reading, sometimes it doesn't resonate, right? Maybe you guys go to a different reader. I know myself, it's like, all right, I'm not resonating with this reader this month. Like, let's go see the other readers. And then I'll resonate with one, and I'm like, okay, this is where I'm supposed to be at right now. And then I'll stop resonating. So it's the same thing, you guys. Not all the information is going to resonate because it's you're on a level of understanding. And sometimes you read something, you guys, and a month later you read it again and it's something different. Remember, you're having normal life and you're distracted. We are completely distracted human beings. Know that you might be having certain things that are blocking you off from communication. Maybe it's not angel numbers that you need. Maybe it's spirit animals. Maybe you need to go look up the spiritual meaning to different animals that you're seeing in your experience. It's not just your dog. It's not just your cat. It could be a picture. It could be a picture on a billboard of a mongoose. Maybe you need to go look up the angel number or go look up the spiritual meaning for spirit animal mongoose. It's going to teach you something. I know we're not used to this type of language, so it's hard to walk in faith, one. And the second thing is when we start applying it, we get advice that we don't understand or we don't get advice that we like. You're never going to like the advice because it's always going to be something that needs to shift. But you guys, I'm going to let you know this, man. The communication changed my life. It has saved my life from incoming danger. It's literally transformed. It's healed my life. So I'm going to start the reading, you guys. I don't know why it's gotten a little bit shorter for you guys, but I don't think that the communication is helping you guys. I do feel like you need to pay attention to the signs and synchronicities, though. Let's get into your reading, Spirit. What do we have for Scorpio? Yeah, you know what I'm getting at? There's this experience that I'm seeing. Like they're showing me. When I say they're showing me, right? My spirit guides are showing me within my third eye, which is like I can see a vision. You see me staring off at the cards, kind of like zoned out because I'm seeing it. It's like if someone's not ready to learn it, they're not. I can't talk anyone into learning it, right? I tried teaching someone about the manifestation process, about scripting, about actually writing out your manifestation. And they're saying, you really think writing it down over and then saying it every morning and every night is going to make a difference? Like, not with that attitude, right? With that attitude, you're going to be in low vibrations. How is it ever going to come into fruition? You have to be in high vibrations. It's hard to fake it at first, I understand, but just give it a go, give it a chance. Spirit, what do we have for Scorpio? Yeah, you know what it's talking? I'm talking to Scorpios that possibly I know what it is. You guys are having an issue with Creator right now because you guys know that you guys have true power. You have the witchy vibe to you, Scorpios. Male or female. You understand that you have an essence of power to you. And sometimes when we receive that power, we forget where that power comes from. You've been damaged by people, not by God. You have to put that in perspective. There's a level of healing that takes place within that. I'm not going to harp on it too much, but I know I'm talking to some Scorpios that are witches. When you think that you're powerful, you are. But you got that from something. She's pointing at the ground, which means Gaia, right? Which means the mother. You are the daughter of both mother and father. You come from the ethers as well. Mother is Gaia, earth. Father is in the ethers. Meaning that that is Creator, that is Source, that is God. Right? I'm not telling you that your way's wrong or my way's right, or my way's right, your way's wrong. But I'm telling you, it's the level that you're at right now. You are paying attention. I know you know what I'm talking about. You're in tuned. Your third eye is empowered. You guys also manifest. You know how to manifest through your moon cycle. You're very good with sexual energy. You also, Scorpios, get a lot by nudity. You know dancing, movement. You know these certain things that connect you to Mother Gaia. Maybe you go to. There's something heavily going here with Earth and Moon. But there's this level of unsurety, what I see in her eyes. There's a part of you that's not understanding. Okay, Scorpios, I know what it is. It says wisdom, knowledge, and spiritual understanding. And number 5 is change. You're at a crossroad right now. Scorpios, this is like one of the hardest, but I want to cry for you a little bit because this is difficult, you guys. You have to choose whether you want to use your power for good or bad. That's that simple. I was getting hesitation to press the pedal on it, but I could feel it. It's this card. Your energy is young, but very vibrant and very powerful, Scorpio. Whatever you choose to do, you're going to have an impact no matter what. Spirit wants you to know that one path is going to give you more than what you're asking for. The path of self-empowerment is a good path, but it's a hard path, you guys. You have to realize that your path, if you start doing things that go against the plan, the God's plan, you're going to struggle with it, you guys. I implore you, it's one of those deals, you guys, this is your walk. Whatever you choose is your choice, but I implore you to choose the path that you may have power, but our power comes from something grander, you guys. I'm going to leave it there. I'm being guided to leave it there. Spirit, what do we have? What else do we have? We have Flame Tree. Awesome. It says the start of something new. I'm going to read out of the book for it. It it says, a start of something new. A creative spark has ignited from deep within your soul, and this will soon develop into a passionate flame through which a new idea will come to you. This card heralds the start of something new. This could be a new area of study, a new business, or a new interest of some kind. Whatever it is, it will develop progressively and steadily, and it just keeps on growing. It will develop into a deeper passion and remain a significant part of your life for years to come. You will thank your lucky stars for discovering something that you truly love to be and do. For the time being, all you need to do is relax, simply keep an open mind and heart over the next few weeks, and pay attention to your intuition. That's awesome. So you guys are about to have a new start, some type of new start, and it's about to change your guys' life. That's awesome. And you guys are also, to get back to this, you guys are getting wisdom and knowledge as well. It's like a different level of understanding. That's beautiful. I'm going to move into the White Light Oracle. Spirit, what do we have for Scorpio? I'm going to cut it and then pick off the top. I'm going to pick 2 cards. Awesome. You guys could be seeing an eagle. And so it might, like you guys, like I said before, you might have been seeing an eagle in the sky. Possibly you could be, but also you're probably seeing pictures of eagles. Look up your spirit animal. Maybe it's a golden eagle. Look up the golden eagle and then look up eagle. The 2 cards that are coming out, you guys, we have Sacrament of Extreme Unction and Solvi Polluti 741 Hertz. When I see these 2 cards, you guys, right away, we're talking about the heart space. We're also it's about giving and receiving. You're able to give very well and able to receive and able to give. These 2 processes are essential within your walk. Let's read the meaning. 34. It says, your heart knows how to let go and find peace. It is time for you to experience spiritual closure. A beautiful new reality is opening up for you. Entering it requires you to release your attachment to the past. You have been inwardly preparing for a powerful rebirth. Now is the time to trust in what is meant for you and move toward it with an open, trusting heart and peaceful mind. In an ideal world, we would finish our inner work, be completely healed, check it off the list, and move on without any issues from the past intruding into our present life. In a more realistic view, we do our best to muddle through, gaining enough understanding and healing to attain some degree of closure and move on as best we can, flicking off remnants of the past which can arise, even whilst we are doing our best to let go. And in an even more challenging turn of our growth spiral, are you guys stuttering a little bit, maybe? It says, we may know something that has run its course and no longer belongs in our world, and yet have trouble exercising the past and its pains, confusing our attachment so it bleeds through into the present, even though we know it doesn't belong there. To avoid the taint of the past causing unnecessary issues, in the present, the Oracle Sacrament of Extreme Unction brings powerful spiritual last rites, so you can be cleansed and liberated into a fullness of the next phase. In the Catholic tradition, extreme unction is performed at the time of physical passing to cleanse the soul and allow it to gracefully leave the body and enter the afterlife. In the context of this oracle, the symbolic equivalent of the sacrament is the powerful intervention of spirit to free you from the grip of what has been. It is a liberation from habit and the compelling lure of the familiar. It is the divine forgiveness and healing. Extreme unction translates into last anointing. Whilst spiritual grace will be with you always, and blessing is always available to the receptive heart. This oracle wishes to bring your attention the ending of a particular stubborn pattern. As it does, you will feel greater freedom and a new lease on life, as if you're being born again within this lifetime. It augurs significant and permanent healing release. As the expression goes, every saint has a past and every sinner has a future. The oracle encourages you to embrace your future and let go of the emotional, psychological burdens you have been carrying for yourself and likely for many others, ancestors and more, for far too long. Sometimes we martyr ourselves to the pain of the past, or even attempt to carry the suffering of others, holding it within our hearts as if we can alleviate the burden of another or create healing. All that happens in that instance is suffering. Suffering increases. Let yourself off the hook of guilt, shame, or blame. Give yourself permission to acknowledge that all people, including you, have done their best. The universe is offering you a powerful spiritual gift. Your heart knows how to receive it. Let go. There's no turning back. It's time to start anew. It's time to be happy and free. Wow. That's beautiful, you guys. It's exactly what they're saying. You guys, I feel like you guys, that there have been situations in your life that has been, it's been hard and difficult. I feel like you guys have a good soul, a good heart. You know how to receive, and I think you're receiving from the above. Maybe you just, let's not get too attached to God and this and that. I know that I say that a lot, you guys, but it's just my walk, right? You're getting divine guidance. That's what I know for sure. You guys are letting go of this pain, shame, and guilt. Maybe some things that you've done, but I feel like too, you guys, there's been some people in your life that has caused some. We have like different marks on our arms, which is like some burns to the soul, right? Maybe it's like it just wasn't. You grew up around people that hurt you. Possibly it was with religion and stuff like that. So there's no shame, you guys. Let's move on to the last card, and we'll close out your reading. We have Solvi. It says Solvi Polluti 741 hertz. You could be 35. It says, tune into your heart and you will be able to find your way through a negative or toxic situation. Engage yourself in healing and space clearing. Commit to regular practices that help you connect to your inner light. Your light shall not be overcome by any darkness or negativity. Take time to clean your heart and mind of negativity by focusing on the divine beings that bring joy to your heart. It is appropriate for you to desire your own personal sacred space and access it daily. We live in an age of heightened environmental, emotional, and spiritual pollution. During such a world age, it takes more work to experience clarity, purity, and originality. Often, the bulk of our challenge is simply warding off further negative influences and attempting to dislodge the toxins permeating our energy field, psychologically, physically, or emotionally. The onslaught continues with chemical toxins in food, polluted oceans which contaminate sea life, and the bombardment of electromagnetic radiation. When technological development lacks consumer wisdom, such is a current case, progress contains a shadow side of harm to our planet and her creatures, including us humans. Higher beings are lovingly and faithfully working to assist souls in their transition to fear to a love-based inner orientation, and to become strong enough to ward off further negative influences and reverse the toxic culture within themselves and our world. A shift is available for hearts willing to exchange the constant battle with relentless negativity for being a source of light, love, and peaceful abiding on this planet. Yeah, I feel like you guys are shining your light, and maybe you guys are having some people shit on your guys' parade, you know what I mean? And it could be some people close to you. I feel like they're hurting you a little bit. Yeah, they're hurting you guys. And it's probably just the world around you guys are feeling like you guys are empathic. You might be feeling like the collective, right? You're feeling down as well. Some of it's not your energy, you guys, and I feel like you guys shining your light, other people are trying to dim it as well. It says, when these hearts reside in an inner place of purity, they are able to bring unconditional love and spacious primordial wisdom into our world for the spiritual benefit of all beings. with their positive enthusiasm for the healing for all beings. They can do much good in the world. To be around such hearts instills peace and relaxation, hopefulness and vitality within the soul. I gotta take a break after this. Sorry, Scorpios. It says the frequency of 741 hertz cleans things up. Solvi polluti is a Latin expression which means to clear pollutants and toxins. This frequency focuses on clearing, freeing the hold of negativity, and allowing the natural way of bright, beautiful manifestation to unfold. This frequency works to clear infections and electromagnetic radiation from the body. It also tunes one to harmonics of the quantum field, the reorganizing principle of the higher self, which knows what you are and how to dislodge and disengage from that which is inauthentic and obstructive to your radiant being. When the oracle appears in the reading, it is a call to clear yourself and your space in ways that feel affirming, inspiring, and beautiful to you. Trust that no matter how much gunk the ego-driven actions of humans might generate, it is no match for the power of spirit at play in willing human hearts. May all such hearts join the spirit and with each other to clear and bless all creatures for the greatest good. That's beautiful. You guys are clearing away toxicity. I'm going to call your guys' reading clearing toxins and pollutants. It's beautiful, you guys. You guys are opening your heart. You'll get a lot by listening to 741 hertz. Yeah, you guys are about to receive a whole bunch of new downloads. Also, what I'm also getting you guys is that those downloads are wisdom. And whatever this new, it might be also love with the flame tree, but I'm getting that it's this new experience is meant to help you guys. I don't know exactly what it is, but just prepare you guys. There's new change. There's new, and it's going to bring change. That's beautiful, you guys. I'm gonna leave it there. I will catch you guys in the daily reads, or I'll see you next Friday. You guys, give me a thumbs up if you like the reading. Subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later.